I can do it because I clicked already.
There you go. Hey,
Oh well.
y'all haven't
Do we
seen
want
this
to pretend we weren't just speaking to one another for the past 10 minutes?
We could totally do that. We totally just came into this room together, and nobody
You
thought.
look great.
Yeah.
I saw you on an exercise bike earlier. Looking
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, that's not getting any easier. That's it right there. There we go. It folds up and it sits in a little corner.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. I live in a shoebox. If it was any bigger than that, I'd be fucked.
Yeah. Well,
but that doesn't matter.
It's the best thing about stationary bikes is they don't get you anywhere and they usually take up a lot of space.
Yeah. You know, those are the best things. Like my emotions. Internet.
Emotions take up a lot more space. Mental baggage, they call that.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Hello, Liz.
Hello, lizard.
Welcome, schmelcome.
Welcome, one and all.
We'll give it a few seconds and we'll get giving her.
We'll get giving her, man.
I've got one of my favorite mugs on the go, so that's kind of cool. It's got puppy dogs on it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's get going. Welcome one and all, to the season finale of Peakton High School. It's October. 13 seemed like a spooky number to end things on for the season, so here we are. And for this very special episode, hold on, I should have done this more dramatically. Hiding, waiting in the wings, returning champ, Jason Greenberg. Special surprise guest.
I don't know why we don't do that more often.
I don't know. We have the technology, just not the brain power.
We do. We suck. We really should put some more zazz into it.
Yeah, shit. Morgan bought a bunch of beads the other day to put in a rock tumbler. I should have saved some and had them descend from the ceiling onto me.
But that might have been an idea. But either way, we at least surprised Chris.
Yeah, that's a good thing to have.
And he's the most hard person to surprise ever.
Yeah, not least of all because he was in the group chat where we talked about this.
Yeah.
But we still got him.
We still got him.
So
last happy to be back, especially for this fucking album. It's gonna be so
I was just gonna say, the last time we had you, I believe, was episode 2 or 3, perhaps 4. I don't remember. But we talked about Silverstein's Discovering the Waterfront, which, for all intents and purposes, was and still is a good album.
It is.
And today you do not have that luxury.
No.
Well, we were talking about Attila's meat-headed 2010 album, Rage. Underbites Unite, boys. For any who are unfamiliar, Attila formed in Atlanta in 2005. The only consistent member at this point is vocalist Chris Franzak, also known as the Franz or Franzilla, or probably several other self-appointed nicknames. Rage is the third of 9 full-length albums. The latest came out just this past summer. I don't know how they're still going, but I mean, can't say they're not working hard. Even in my Warped Tour days, I don't think I ever saw this band. Did you?
I have seen them. They played at Heavy Montreal one time. It was... Let's first of all cover one thing. You have no idea how punny it is that you just said they're absolutely working hard, considering that Chris Franz is now trying to do porn on OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah. Dude, schlang and schlong.
Added rage. Just added rage, okay?
I heard he has his dong tattooed, but I haven't seen it, and I don't really want to pay him to see it.
This guy is entirely the epitome of everyone, please look at me. I'm ugly, but I need to feel pretty. Not that looks actually matter. It should be talent, but this is just a fucking shitty dude.
Oh, my
I
dogs
shouldn't
didn't
say
like
that.
you
I never
attacking
actually met him.
Franz. Sorry, I cut you off. What was that?
It's all good. I shouldn't say that. I never actually met him, but their performance at Heavy was mediocre, I guess you could say. I think it was a little bit after About That Life had come out, and I'll be honest with you, they have one good record, and it's not that one or the one we're listening to tonight.
They have a good album. Which one's
man,
that?
Outlawed.
Outlawed.
Yeah,
Oh,
Outlawed is
I know that one.
it's not terrible. If you want to be weird and douchey and listen to something wildly heavy, Outlawed can be very fucking fun. But you have to like not like yourself in listening to this and just throw your standards out the window.
It's like watching a sad movie when you're already sad. Only, much less poetic. Arguably.
Something about smoking weed and slapping asses and douchebagging music. Let's make it happen.
That dude sure likes ass.
Boy, oh fucking boy.
Speaking of, this album has a 30-second police siren / other spooky noise intro, and I'm not wasting our time talking about it because the album is less than a half hour long, and to take up over 10% of that with, that is not worth my time or yours. So we're going to the real first song, Make It Sick. Musically, it's pretty whatever. It's fairly pedestrian metalcore with that like southern hardcore that was really popular in the 2000s. And it's the first of many instances where Franz will tell you that he doesn't give a fuck. He's setting out the mission statement pretty clear there.
There's really nothing else to say.
It's a hard one. Yeah. Franz doesn't care what
mean the same while we're doing this, man.
What's that?
That word is just not going to mean the same while we're doing this.
Yeah. Franz doesn't care what we think.
Nope.
I don't care what he thinks. The Invitation feels to me like a song that they wrote really early on. Because musically it's still kind of whatever, but there's some good melodic guitar. The lyrics aren't about butts or not giving a fuck. I feel like they wrote this album when they still kind of cared, or wrote this song when they still kind of cared.
I feel like the entirety of this record was just the offset of, like, this is going to go one of two ways. We're either going to become better musicians and be recognized for the things that we do well, or we're going to sell out completely, be the biggest crabcore douchebags that anyone has ever seen, somehow breathe life back into the shit show that was nu metal, and then off we go with mediocre careers and not being allowed in different countries because one guy got arrested or some shit.
If it was not clear at this point, they chose the second of those two paths. Fuck. Moving forward to what we're all here
You are totally right, though. You are totally right. It feels like an early song because there's like little pitch harmonics and things like that. But then you get here.
Then we get back to the good stuff. If it's not clear yet, these dudes like partying. I know I've seen this music video more times than I can count. I don't know why. It would come on at parties in high school, and it was one of those things that someone would play it, nobody would be stoked, including the person who put it on, but it was just kind of an ongoing thing.
I didn't hang out with enough people that listen to this kind of music.
Good for you.
And, so like I discovered this way after it came out, but I feel like if somebody had actually played this at a party, many people would be very violently hurt.
When it happened with me, it
Dumb
was
in
just a
Montreal,
lot of
man.
confused faces. Just a lot of maybe we don't do this.
Yeah.
Um,
Why?
Again, music's not too shabby, but I don't know. Hearing someone tell you they don't give a fuck quite so often, just it loses its luster. And this song is just fucking lusterless.
Oh God, is it ever? I mean, like, there's only so long that I can listen to what was Franz's higher end fucking screaming.
Oh, his little squawk.
His squawking. His, and the cute little fucking garage, like, pitch harmonics and all of this shit.
I love a good squealy. I'll give him that.
Especially when it honestly feels like you were all 16 years old and you had so many hopes and dreams, and you were like, we're going to be the sickest band to ever come out of Atlanta. And
Pinch harmonics are the sound of not knowing you should give up yet.
Yeah. What it was to be young. Roll it on, my good man. Roll it on.
I have listened to Lights Out no fewer than 10 times this week, and I don't have a single fucking thing to say about it. It is on a forgettable album. It is somehow the most forgettable song.
I have a comment about that I'll save for the end so that everybody can suffer through this whole thing. So we'll just fucking
cruiser
running.
You know when someone spills beer on your carpet and that's just something you write an entire song about? Because Franz knows. Like, I've never been
carpet I liked that much.
I've never been that upset about what was probably an honest mistake. I don't know. Somewhere in there's a joke about not crying over spilled milk, but I'm not coming up with it right now. I'm trying my hardest just to stay above water for this album.
Chris Franz doesn't give a fuck until it's about his carpet. Fuck with his carpet, and you deserve death. Like,
I'm just gonna do a quick look up here because I want to know how old Chris Franz was in 2010. Because I feel like he wasn't old enough to have his own carpet.
There's a high chance.
89. So in 2010, he would have been what, 21?
2010? What was I in 2010? Yeah, 21.
Yeah, did you own a carpet?
He's the same fucking age as me. I didn't fucking own a carpet at 21.
Exactly. And I know for a fucking fact neither did he.
And I had a lot of weird shit spilled in my apartment back then. Back when I let people into my house.
Back when you let people spill beer on it.
The only liquids that get spilled in my house anymore are my own tears.
Yeah, I thought you were going somewhere worse with that.
No, that's only for you.
We're taking a bit of a detour from not giving a fuck and partying and spilling beer. At some point, some cruel lady broke little Franz's heart, and he's not happy about it. We get the first "Oh my God" gang vocals, something which I think was required by law for metalcore bands in the 2000s.
I can absolutely blame Asking Alexandria for that.
Thank you.
They were the ones that turned it into like a fucking, what do the kids call it now? A meme?
That's the oldest you've ever sounded.
You don't hear me in the morning trying to get out of bed.
Yeah, that's true. I'm usually up by then.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, keeping true to form, this album is nothing if not consistent. This song fucking sucks also.
Yep. We sound like the biggest douchebags right now, and for anybody watching this show for the first time, this is entirely the point, and you should have been watching for much longer than this. You came in at the end of the. Damn it, we did it at the same time. There we go. You came in at the end of the fucking story, man.
That's all right. I don't think they're missing a lot of context clues.
Yeah, and Liz is right. I am 80 years old at heart. Don't worry, everybody. We are reading your comment at the same time. We're just trying to end our suffering of like knowing that this album exists as quickly as possible.
What's funny is we're like 2/3 through it. Go! Credit where credit is due. I'm surprised that it took until, what's this, song 8 to hear a bong rip.
Which would not be the only time this band has done this throughout the rest of their career, which is now, 11 years? 12 years?
2005 they formed, so that's what...
Oh my god, 16 fucking years.
I'm not good at math. I'm going to trust you on that one. Yeah, fuck.
Children die of starvation in Africa, but Attila still exists. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I personally can think of 3 or 4 bands like from my hometown that did the same bong rip to open up a song shtick. And let me tell you, it sucks every time.
There's a certain level of stupid you got to be to go for that, which isn't to like insult anybody necessarily, except, I mean, yeah, no, I'm insulting everybody fully. Like, don't make the entirety of your persona consumption of things, okay?
Yeah.
Don't do that, guys. That's really douchey.
If you like ripping bongs, I'm all for it. You do you. But it's not a replacement for writing a good song.
No.
Oh, shit. I just realized. Hold your cup up for a second. This is an on-air exclusive. We have the same mug.
Are you serious? The pirate one?
Yeah, dude. Mine's upstairs. And I think it's full of coupons that have expired by this point.
You need to be drinking really fruity beer out of it. Chris is right. It is significantly more of a party thrash thing. And that doesn't make it better. But he's right.
When you hear a band like Municipal Waste sing about fucking drinking beers, it has a lot more authenticity to it.
Yeah, because you know that they're actually, this is exactly the people they are. You know, it's not like I'm going to get famous from this. These guys just started doing this and it fucking happened for them. You know what I mean? They were like, we're going to have fun. And if we become one of the biggest thrash bands in the world, we become one of the biggest thrash bands in the world. And then boom. Now they have a song about a fucking shark that can walk on land or some weird shit.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Also, Liz is right. This is the mug she usually drinks out of. I felt like being extra douchey tonight with my flamboyant beers. Remember that thing I said about not making your whole personality about your consumptions? Yeah.
I don't know, man. My entire personality is just owning dogs and having things with dogs on them.
And that's why I need to have sex with you. Has that not been made clear?
I don't know if need is the right word so much as have to.
Need is what I'm going with, bro.
Nearing the end of the album, you could not pay me to care less about the song Cheyenne 420.
No.
Not
enough money in the world.
I don't know, man. I know I've listened to this album several times before this past week, and I couldn't remember a single aspect of this song. It was fucking forgettable then, and it's as forgettable now. Oh, we got interest in OnlyFans already.
Yeah,
one of us is gonna.
There's a lot of money for us to make here, man. I don't know. I think we're running the wrong profession here.
Yeah, I don't know. We might have to pay people to watch it though. And spend money to make money.
You're a handsome boy. People like watching people get mauled by a bear.
Actually, I have a much greater chance of being mauled by a bear than you do right now.
You're very right. You live in the flattest land ever.
I went camping one time to this festival called Ness Creek, which was like a hippie festival, and a bear cub like wandered into the campgrounds where we were staying at, and I just shot straight up and walked away really quick. And the bros in the tent or the campsite next to us started like tough talking this bear cub in an effort to get it to go away, and it worked. But it was just very odd seeing a shirtless broski at some hippie festival, like bro talking at a bear cub. But I'm still alive. There's a good chance that guy is not alive anymore.
So much of me wants to know that the ending of that story is Mama Bear came around and it was just a fucking massacre.
Well, that was the thing, is they just went back to like chilling. And I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm going to walk very far away for like an hour until this blows over.
I mean, if nothing else, you can see that bear coming as far as Manitoba. Like, there's no hill or even like a slight difference in the land with which that bear can hide behind. Maybe a tree, but even then, like, pretty sure your trees are made out of fucking just paper at this point.
Well, props on you knowing we're next to Manitoba. More than I thought you'd have. Saving the best for worst. The song fucking sucks. I will say props to the band for trying to do something different musically. The melodic guitar we just heard is decent and probably would have sounded all right were it not for the squawking about butts and dropping it low.
I mean, I don't know what that has to do at all with a famous Robin Williams movie. Like, I
also don't know why it's called Jumanji, and I didn't want to put in the effort.
No.
It's a real, we're professionals here, folks.
The maybe collective of like 2 minutes at best that we've had to listen to it just in this episode already gave us cancer. And Liz is right. Your poor fucking dogs. If you've been listening that out loud, like, fuck, man.
No, I just sit in the garage and listen to it by myself. I don't want anyone to know.
That is selfless of you and also wildly intelligent.
Thanks, man. If there's two things I got going for me, it's whatever those two things you just said were.
All right. We made it to the end, though. What year is it?
And credit where credit's due, this album is short, and that was nice of them. 26 minutes. A very long 26 minutes, but 26 minutes nonetheless. It's just a boring metalcore album with meathead lyrics, and every time Attila tried to experiment even a little, it became immediately clear that they're not capable of it.
Yeah. I mean, the entirety of the record is basically what could be one song if you just lost track of time. And as you say, credit where credit's due. The sad part is they absolutely started a movement, and they absolutely started a trend. They took a bunch of little trends, made them so much worse, and just everybody wanted to get on board for a period of time. And I'm sure there are still bands out there that do want to get on board. I mean, fucking Five Finger Death Punch exists. And no, I'm sorry, this one's going up, and I'm putting her immediately on blast. No, and fuck you. You're my best friend. I love you, but fuck you.
Liz, you fool.
Unfair. Absolutely unfair.
This is like deadlift metalcore.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't even equate it to buff guy shit, because there's not a single person in the band that's in any decent shape whatsoever, or any iteration of the band in the past. It's all scrawny fucking assholes who.
And they've gone through a lot of people. It's hard to keep
gone through a lot,
but I don't doubt you on that.
But like it's really just frat boy douchiness on bath salts. Like if you could really like you really can't describe just how bad this gets. But there was a point in time where honestly, and I'm putting my traumas out there into the world. I did listen to this band on a completely different record with some level of enjoyment, and thank whatever God listens to me, I fucking grew out of it.
Is sorry, what's the album called? The good one?
Oh God, Outlawed. It's honestly like it's the closest thing they did that just stuck to being like a metalcore deathcore band with like a party vibe to it, you know. It was still of the utmost douchiness, but everything still sounded a little bit better. His little fucking squawk kind of went away. You were left with the stuff that he was good at, and forget the words he was actually using, but his vocal patterns were kind of good, and like it was addictive.
That's all you need.
Yeah, you know, it was catchy and it was addictive, and then eventually I found something that I liked better, and that was the end of it.
Well, it served its purpose, I suppose.
It was a placeholder in time when I hated myself the most. That's not true. I still hate myself equally as much as I did then, but I just have like a little bit better taste in music. I listen to Swayze.
I love you, and that's good enough. Making up for it. As far as some good albums that came out in 2010, Winslow put out No Place for Foxes. Foxy Shazam put out their self-titled album 4 Year Strong, put out Enemy of the World, and Duck Duck Goose put out Off Yourself. As far as some modern stuff goes, Andrew WK put out God is Partying, and it bangs really hard. Full of Hell put out Garden of Burning Apparitions, which is very metal sounding. And Tunic put out Tunic from Jason's favorite province, Manitoba, put out the album Quitter. Oh, we got a Winslow existed. Normally, we would cap the recommendations there, but because this is an extra special Super Mega Deluxe episode, Jason and I have whipped up a short list of pinnacle high school era albums that we'd like to recommend to you all. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first? Or do we want to trade off?
You're the host. I probably totally botched it because you actually like went for the year and shit, and I was just like, "What?"
That was the first. Those recommendations are in the past. That was because Rage came out in 2010. As far as my general recommends would go, Dead and Divine. An album.
How did I forget?
Called The Fanciful that I really like. Another one, Fall of Troy, has an album called Manipulator that is also fantastic. And my last one was Boys Night Out, Trainwreck. Those were my... I tried not to think about it too much, because I knew if I did, I would have too many albums to count. And I don't know. It's my show. I don't have to keep counting if I don't want to.
You are perfectly correct. Whereas I absolutely overthought it and got way too stuck in the fact that I'm 32 and I decided to listen to all the albums that I made fun of when I was 16 and fall in love with them like a jackass. So here I am. I'm taking like a daily trip back in time because I hate what my life is now. As far as like high school suggestions, I was wildly into the like debut full length record by Seosin, which was just a self title. It came out in September 2006, and it was fucking fantastic, even though it was with the wrong singer.
Is that the one album they did without
Anthony Green? Yeah,
Anthony Green. Weird.
I think they may have done two, but it was the one that everybody actually listened to with like, you know, Voices and Come Close and It's So Simple and all these fucking fantastic fucking songs. Bang the shit out of them. I absolutely, as far as like heavier stuff goes, I remember the first time I saw Acacia Strain after they put out Continent in August 2008, and I went through puberty all over again.
Fucking Doctor Doom.
Oh. Like, dude. I saw that and I was just like, oh, I'm a man now.
Melts your cold, cold heart.
Little did I know at that time, I am nowhere near a man. I am still just a sad, sad little boy with underdeveloped control over my emotions. I remember very distinctly back in high school, like one of my biggest introductions to scene stuff after seeing Silverstein for the first time was actually my one and only Taste of Chaos tour, which included such amazing bands as Atreyu and fucking As I Lay Dying before he tried to kill his wife, and Deftones for some reason, because fuck it. And one band that still sticks with me to this day, even though they are not putting out good records, and that is Thrice. And both of Artist in the Ambulance, which came out in 2003, and Vaisu, that came out in 2005, have stayed very near and dear to me. I love those goddamn songs. And funny enough, this is not a good record, but holy shit, did it live with me when I was a young, impressionable child. But The Poison by Bullet for My Valentine, which came out in 2005.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But I tell you now, there are some albums that I've revisited from that time that deserved a whole lot more fucking love, like fucking The Seduction by fucking He Is Legend, or, you know, I remember getting out of high school and discovering fucking Dead and Divine, and that just blew my whole world.
Yeah.
Smithereens. And believe it or not, Fall of Troy's Manipulator was on my short list.
Okay, I was wondering if we'd have any crossover.
I'm surprised you didn't go for Finch. I'm surprised you didn't throw.
I had Finch in the chamber, but I didn't pull that trigger.
And also, I should give a little love where love is due. I think one of the first of many of my Cafe Linko shows, with this little itty bitty fucking hole in the wall box in Montreal, was a Cancer Batch show a little bit before they put out Birthing the Giant in July 2006, and I still love them so very much. It was
Cancer Bats played in like a clothing store, in downtown Saskatoon around that same. It was probably around the same time, like before or just after Birthing the Giant,
which is still such a fucking banger record.
Oh, big time.
Oh.
I got a quick, fun Dead and Divine aside for you. When I went to CD Plus to buy a copy of The Fanciful, the cashier told me that album sucked, and I had to get the first one because they changed up their sound and they got way worse. So I bought fucking What Really Happened at Lover's Lane,
right? Yeah,
which is objectively a much worse album.
Yeah.
He was older than me and told me very sternly that, you know, I would be a poser if I got the new album. So,
do you remember his name, where he lives, and his social insurance number?
That was a lady. No and no.
I can get a lady to do a dirty job. No. No assault on women, even by women. No assault on anybody. No violence ever.
No, not fond of it.
No, that is horribly wrong. Dead and Divine were amazing. They're still amazing, even though they're not together. It breaks my heart. We're interrupting each other a lot. My bad. It's your show. Go ahead, baby boy.
No, this was extra self-indulgent because I forgot during the 2010 album recommends. Then in 2010, I put out a very bad album.
Oh.
And that's all you get.
Can I, please? No, don't do this to me. I need this.
Tell you that much.
Oh, no. I need to hear it. We need to do a Peaked in High School on your high school album.
What's that?
We need to do a Peaked in High School on your high school album.
We don't.
Hey, I'll give you my high school band, you give me your high school band, and we can just kill ourselves immediately after.
This might be an off-mics conversation, but I don't hate this idea. All right, stay tuned, everyone, for that. Don't worry. Before we ramble on much further, thank you all for tuning in to season finale of Peaked in High School. 13 episodes in the can. It wouldn't have been possible without all of you. Extra special thanks to Chris, Jason, and the Lizard Queen of Bucketlist herself, Liz Imperiali. Tune in 1 week from today for episode 2 of Gut the Punks, Chris's new show about scary movies and loud music. If you want to keep up with your boys, I'm on Instagram at Justin Does Words. Jason is on there at the Saddest Berg for everything else. Follow Bucketlist Entertainment on Facebook and Instagram. Follow Bucketlist TV on YouTube. We're in the process of uploading all the live videos, so you can check those out there if you feel like it. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to this whole season of Peakton High School. And have a good evening. Stay safe. Stay angsty, I guess. You do you.